What's the number one thing that trips us up when we're public speaking? It's our nerves. We feel really calm, we've done all our preparation, and then we get up on stage and whoosh, we get a rush of adrenaline and we suddenly find ourselves feeling nervous and sounding nervous. And the fact we sound nervous makes us feel even more nervous. So one of the aspects that I help my clients with to help them become confident presenters is how to manage their physiological response. You have to deal with your physiology in order to be able to be calm in public speaking situations. And this is where my background as a nutritional therapist comes in. Because when you train as a nutritional therapist, you learn that one of the most common issues your clients are going to deal with is stress. And you learn to help them manage that stress. So if your clients are already stressed, so they already have a lot of day-to-day anxiety, and then they have to go and present in front of a room of people, no wonder they get pushed into that fight, flight, or freeze response, because their glass of stress is already full, and then you just pour a whole load more stress into it. So one of the first things to think about if you get really nervous when you're presenting is, what is your overall level of anxiety like day to day? And what can you do to reduce that, whether that's around diet, exercise, or mindset work? But then there's also lots that you can do on the day to manage your physiology. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to share my real top secret, best tip ever to not be nervous when you're presenting. But first, let's just cover a few of the common things that we can do on the day. There are loads of great techniques, such as Amy Cuddy's power pose, where you can stand with your arms in the air or your arms on your hips for a couple of minutes. And by taking a very confident posture, your body calms down and you start to feel more confident. There's also great techniques like the butterfly hug, where you put your hands across your body and you gently stroke down your shoulders, and that can really calm your nervous system down. There are breathing techniques like box breathing, where you breathe in for a count of 3, hold the breath for a count of 3, and breathe out through your mouth for a count of 3. Breathing in through your nose very slowly, holding the breath, and out through your mouth can really calm your nervous system down. There are also things like don't have lots of caffeine and sugar on the day, because those things just push your heart rate up, and that will naturally make you feel nervous even if you're not. But my final top tip to help keep you calm on the day is actually try and have a stress response earlier on in the day. So rather than keeping yourself really calm until you get up on stage and then having your adrenaline pour in and make you feel really stressed, do something earlier on in the day that makes you nervous. Have a dry run on the stage presenting to a couple of people in the room. Go and introduce yourself to some of the other speakers, particularly if they're intimidating, or go and introduce yourself to members of the audience. Or if you're nervous speaking to strangers, go and have a chat with someone in the reception of the hotel where you're speaking. Try and find something to do that will give you a bit of a rush of adrenaline, feel a bit stressful, and then that adrenaline has some time to burn off. If you do that a couple of times in the hour leading up to your presentation, your body will have already burnt off some adrenaline. So by the time you get up on stage, you'll still have a bit of a stress response, but it won't be as big. It's just like when you're on a roller coaster, and the first time you get on the roller coaster and you do that first dip, that's the most stressful moment of the whole day. And after that point, your body can't produce as much adrenaline, so you don't get such a rush. So next time you're presenting, try that magical tip of provoking your stress response in advance, and then do your deep breathing and your power pose to calm down. And you'll see that you have a much reduced stress response when you start speaking.